Hi, everybody, and welcome back. We all know the work breakdown structure is absolutely fundamental to project controls, estimating, and project management. And you'll see on this channel a video I made 13 years ago has had close to 100,000 views, and it's been by far my most popular. So, in this video, I'm going to show you an AI powered work breakdown structure app that I built. This is a prototype. Now, what I do is I build prototypes with all of my project management knowledge and background embedded in them. And then when we have an application for a client, then we'll build a full-on production version. And usually it forms part of a larger system or a workflow. So this is just really a snapshot of what that one step in a larger process looks like when you're using AI. All right, so you saw there while I was talking that I dragged two documents in. One was the scope of work and one was the head contract, and I did that purposely to demonstrate that when we generate the WBS, we can typically, you might just have your scope of work, but if you wanted to also include some deliverables under the head contract, you can pull that in as well, and it will include that in the WBS. And then if there's other documents that have an obligation on the contract, you could also pull those in and get those included in the WBS. And that's really just a choice you make whether you want to clutter up the WBS with that kind of detail. But you can do whatever you like. So you'll see here it took 1.5 minutes to generate this, and down here we've got the full overall contract title there. And then we click on that and we break down into the deliverables, sub-deliverables, and we can further click down there and we get our work packages. And you'll see here is the contract elements that it's dragged in. So, it's nice to know that you can include those if you're allocating work and, you've got a safety management plan, quality management plan, project management plan, etc. So that is why, you can pick and choose the documents you want to include. And you can hover here and you'll get the statement of work clause, and you'll be able to reference back to, what it is, what generated that work package, and that then helps you start your estimating process. So you can drill down into all the various levels, and this goes on and on. I don't need to teach you how to do a WBS. I mean, the main point here is that this is highly accurate, very fast, and very connected, and you get all of the references and so forth. We can drop this out into a CSV or any other format that you choose, and you can start your estimating process from this, or your scheduling process based on the the output. And we can do some searching here. Let's look at it, try and find all the maintenance related activities. If I learn how to spell, you can see here that it's come and given us the deliverable level items there, and we can click on that and show statement of work reference. Where there's a specific reference clause number, it'll pull that out. Otherwise, it'll just refer back to the document. So that's it. I should have mentioned that we have a diagram. It's not your typical sort of your organizational chart looking type of diagram, because this is just a prototype, and we actually need a proper diagramming tool to be attached to the AI agent if we wanted to see it in that sort of classic format that we're used to. But still, it's giving all the same information here, and it's good to know that that's available, and it will drop out attached to the right system to draw a nice diagram. So that's it. Very easy, highly accurate compared to if you had to go through line by line on a PDF document or so forth and try and pull out all of the items. I know you can drop it out into a Excel spreadsheet, but this is so much better and quicker. And like I said before, it's just part of would be one part of a project management system or a project management workflow, and would have the next step would be your estimating and your planning and so forth. But I wanted to just show you what it looks like to have an individual agent that is highly accurate, quick, and AI powered. So thank you, and see you next time.